Strategy Games commentary.
Hello, this is the Jack and Dirty Lobster of Strategy Games commentary.
Hello.
Yes, and we are bringing you a game of Supreme Commander 2, a 2v2 on a map we've never shown before. We all played it before, but we've never shown it before.
What is this map even called?
Eskillian Coast, the 2v2 version.
Ah.
Yes, the teams are, we've got myself and Dirty Lobster on the north side of the map, and I am Cyberin and Lobster is also Cyberin. Instant disadvantage. And we're up against Le General, who's Aeon, oh balls, for me anyway, and Darkization, who's UF, and oh balls for the both of us.
Cruisers.
So, Le General could just camp the bridge, completely stopping me from advancing with tanks and sniper bots and dark cruisers everywhere. Doesn't look good for us from the initial analysis, does it, Lobster?
No. I think we've delayed this long enough, haven't we?
Yes, let's watch, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah, despite our faction disadvantage here, we shall show you how awesome we are with our very unorthodox strategy for dealing with the naval.
Yes. We went into this game knowing full well that Dark would go naval, and if you look down in the south left, you can see he's already queued it up. He's not even building his mass.
Yes, and the fact that Le General was Aeon just was so off-putting even for me, because all I could do is suicide into him just to try and stop him from advancing forward, and that wouldn't get me anywhere either way.
No. So our plan for this was basically gun Dark down as soon as humanly possible. And to accomplish this, I build an early air factory, and if you look at my little base there and hold shift and so you can show the people, I'm actually not queuing up any build orders with my comm. It's all about assisting that factory and getting planes out really, really quickly.
Yes, it's an unusual strategy to speak of for a Supreme Commander 2 game, considering trying to get planes out that early really doesn't work in most games. Mainly because, well, for a mass point, you need about 15 planes to single shot it. And I always refer to single shotting things in a single pass because really it's the only effective way to use planes. If you can't single shot something, you probably shouldn't attack it in the first place. Unless it's an emergency. And you need about 5 or 6 to single shot an engineer.
Something like that. I think it's 5. And I think it is 5 I am actually going for in this game, so I can pass around dark space murdering engines.
As you can see, I am being hugely aggressive with my comm to the point that I'm not even building extra factories. I'm even ignoring 2 of my own mass points for the most part. 3 of them, in fact. Just to try and gun down Dark. Although the tricky part is going to be pushing past Le General, who looks like he's going for a mix of tanks and Harvogs. The Harvogs alone are probably more evil than tanks for us, seeing as they'll pretty much counter both me and Lobster.
Scout plane going down the middle towards dark space. Want to confirm that he is actually going naval. Which I very shortly find out that he is.
Yep, just as the plane's about to fly over there, luckily there is no cruiser there for the moment. He's not even building one. But the knowledge of the factory being there is all we need.
And I think I'm actually looking around for engines now.
Yep, killing those engines as soon as possible is very important. You can see I've got 5 loyalists here in my comm. I am being hugely aggressive here. I'm also successfully denied Le General on his mass point by shoving his engineer away.
This is really the only way you could possibly win a game like this against a UEF going naval in the back, by being so aggressive it's borderline ridiculous.
It's the same. Cyberin can only win being super aggressive in a team game. In a free-for-all, it's not so bad because they generally can get ignored for enough time to become a big threat. But in a team game, if your whole team is Cyberin, you're at a massive disadvantage. The only choice you have is to be super aggressive. As you can see, here it's working out for me. Le General has 2 factories, building his third. It only has 3 Harvogs and 2 tanks, while I have 10 loyalists now. And more crawling in.
Look at that plane melting, those planes melting instantly to the cruiser AA. Terrifying thing.
Cruiser AA, mass for mass, I think is the second best AA. Second to the Air Nomo. But
Yeah.
we don't count that.
It is
Seeing as
strong.
It's a giant easy target.
It is stronger than the structural anti-air, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. It is very strong. You can see Lobster here going for Dark's engineers to making sure he can't build any PD or AA towers very reliably. And you can see here me engaging the General's army and comm. With his Harvogs distracted by my comm, my loyalists are eating his Harvogs. And as you can see here, I managed to move a weakened Harvog behind my army, using the rest of the army as a meat shield and not lost a single bot there, while killing several of Generals. So far so good. I've even killed a mass point in a radar.
I think it's at this point. We hadn't actually discussed a strategy beforehand because, as you probably know, we always go random factions, so we didn't know what we would be up against. But I think it's at this point I'm shouting at Jack, ignore Le General, kill Dark! And Jack is in turn shouting back, I am!
Yeah, me and Lobster think alike for most games, and my god, we both had to say my dear to gun straight for Dark. He was our biggest threat. Once he was dealt with, Le General would fall like a domino. You can see here, Le General was trying to give chase to my army and comm going down, but I sent a very small army going up top to pull his army back. Because, as with anyone, they'll always try to defend themselves before defending someone else. After all, if you can't defend yourself, how can you defend someone else?
True.
And you can see here,
I just managed to kill Dark's energy there before the AA tower was built. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, it was very close. I also managed to deny Le General a factory there. He's going to have to finish that at some point, but my loyalists are getting eaten. But again, I'm just running away with them, distracting him as long as possible. As if he's chasing those 5 loyalists, he's not attacking me, or counter-attacking me at this point, which would really hurt. You can see Dark's got cruiser at me already, going for my factory.
Yeah, it's been there for ages, shooting down mass points and stuff.
Yeah, see, I lost a mass point right here. But at this point, mass is not my concern in the slightest. You can see I've already got my comm here. Dark has got nothing prepared. He is moving his comm out ready to intercept it. He does know it's coming, he's just not got anything to defend himself from it. He will build a PD at some point, but will it be soon enough?
I'm trying to single pass one of Le General's mass points while I'm going down to Dark again, which I fail at, so I do it again, just because I really, really want that mass point dead.
You had the fortunate opportunity of it being nowhere near his base, so you had nobody of any form of AA. Can you see here? All my research has been going into the comm, so I've got a Faraday upgrade here, and I think I've got up to training 2 by this point. So, have fun, Dark.
Yeah, you see those big chunks of health going off Dark there.
Yeah, but the PD probably would still win it for Dark if I don't do something about it. But luckily, I think at this point I'm shouting at Lobster to bomb the PD.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a while though.
I'm also bringing an army of loyalists. They're always handy. And once again, Le General is yet to counter-attack on my base that I've completely ignored, even from the cruiser.
What am I doing with my planes though?
I have no idea.
Just agooing about there for a while.
It's probably your plan on thinking where to go that wouldn't involve a cruiser.
Which doesn't go too well if we right into the cruisers. And
It
one
seems you didn't care.
one plane will
2.
melt. There it is.
There we go.
And
But
now I
only
finally go
one
for the
plane?
PD.
Yep, and with that PD
And
gone,
I don't even kill it. I don't even kill it.
that's okay, you crippled it. And you can see I'm charging in and with my 12 loyalists that remain. Going straight for Dark. In fact, I'm not even going for his comm here. I'm just aiming to charge past his comm.
It's a
You
bit.
see Le General's killing my army that I've completely forgot about.
Yeah, just standing there, not even trying to control move or anything.
Oh look, I noticed it then there, but it was far too late. So unfortunate.
He's still control move though, and I'm going in for a bombing run.
Yep.
And terrible bombing run.
4 bots. It's better than no bots.
Right in the edge of his army instead of in the middle of it.
Yes, and I'm running down Dark's comm here. I'm not giving him a chance to build another PD. Seeing as Lobster's planes are otherwise occupied, I'll have to deal with any further PD by myself.
Yes. I did kill a bit of Le General's bots mainly due to... Wouldn't be good if he ran over your base, because I probably would have had a bit of an issue defending from that.
You can see Dark here building a PD. I've got to get right in there. He's even got 2 more queued up. But, although I'm very, very, very inflicting a lot of damage there on Dark, I ignore him, go for the PD, and at this point I just try to charge past him, ignoring his comm. His comm is not a threat at this point, but his base is. Denying him mass is the biggest opportunity here.
Yeah, just look at all those cruisers he already has.
Yeah, he has a lot to almost single-handedly win at this point. He's even sending some round for Lobster, which is the biggest problem. And there goes Dark's comm! He took out my land force, but my comm's still alive. Go on, training 2. I'm just destroying everything with my comm. It's a thing of beauty. Dark is actually powerless at this point because he doesn't even have an engineer anywhere near this area. And you can see Lobster coming in for a bombing run on that factory. With
I
no
want
cruisers.
that dead.
With only a single cruiser there. It's like, goodbye factory.
Will I single bat? No. No. Of course I won't.
Yeah. My comm. I'm just standing there taking attack missiles, reclaiming the mass points because I have all the time in the world and I know it. Once again, Le General is still idling in his base. Thanks to Lobster, he's denied him most of his mass points, so he's only won 5 mass points there. 6 mass points even.
Yes,
Yep, 6 mass points.
He's a massive disadvantage.
Then again, I'm on 6 as well, which is actually excellent for us at this point, since we've completely destroyed Dark's main base. He does have 2 mass points and 2 naval factories up north though, and a lot of cruisers.
And now that land is the biggest threat, gunships! Cyber and gunships.
Oh yeah. Dark is just destroying everything of mine with attack missiles because I'm just ignoring everything up here. I'm far too focused down here. Yes, at this point I really don't care if anything here survives because, well, it's all in land. Lobster's air would be enough to defend himself, and if I'm building up land down here, that would give Le General 2 fronts to deal with, and there would be no way he could survive that. Even with Harvogs and mass AA and tanks and sniper bots, there'd be nothing he can do. We would outmaneuver him to death. Which is how you play Cybering. You don't engage directly, you outmaneuver your enemy.
And
which is pretty much what we did here.
And that is Dark's last mass point. With my planes up there in the northwest, or as Jack would call it, north left.
Quiet you. My compass cannot be beaten.
My planes can though. They're dropping like flies to that cruiser AA.
Yeah. And it looks like Le General is finally moving out of my base. Lobster's gunships getting picked off one at a time. I do move out to try and push him away, but he is bunched up and I can outrun him at this point. I think I got the speed upgrade by this point, but some planes would be a lot better because he can still kind of outpace me and snipe me, as you can see here. Here comes a nice bombing run. Oh, right dead centre. Got a good few kills there.
Nom 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 nom.
Once again, I'm idling again because I'm preoccupied elsewhere. Built a PD to kill a cruiser. And here's the charge. Luckily they're all crippled and it's an easy kill. Well, I say easy, I'm still getting hurt myself. And I pull away. He's pulling away. We've bought ourselves more time before he attacks us severely. He's using most of his Harvogs defensively, which is fortunate for us.
My home base is getting attack missile to death by Dark now.
How do you think I feel? I've got more cruisers to deal with. One of them embedded in the island itself here.
Nice. I take down one of Dark's naval factories. And I'm going for the other one as well. It seems I don't want him building any more engines. And I really thought I killed him at this point. Ah, shield up, troll.
And yep, there goes a shield. just got it. One more bomb would have killed that factory if it wasn't for the shield. But the shield's still not enough. You've got way too many planes there for the cruiser AA to actually win.
Very true. And at this point, I really thought Dark would have died. And I am at a loss at where the hell his engine can be.
Frantically pinging around the map for Lobster to search for it somewhere in the water. It had to be somewhere in the water, I was saying. I even went as far as to start building destroyers. You see my sea gantry going up there. Gantry? Sea factory.
Yes, and an army coming for you.
Yup.
With angry intentions.
Yeah, but luckily that's what you're here for.
Let's see if I actually help you.
You know, those cruisers are having actually trouble pushing through your base.
Don't know why.
Did you build a shield in that factory that's getting targeted there?
No, I don't think I built any shields in any factories.
It's probably because you're repairing it, he's having incredible trouble, but he did kill it eventually.
I think Dark actually crashed out of this game at the end. He had one NG left going to reclaim some mass, but I think he actually crashed out. It wouldn't really have mattered, but still unfortunate.
Yeah, his cruisers weren't inflicting enough damage on us at all to have mattered. Not compared to this army that's marching towards my comm.
Which you are running for your life with.
My one destroyer will save me, won't it? Won't it?
No, and neither will your PD.
No. But luckily you're sending your gunships and planes to help.
You just have to hide long enough. I do recall you screaming at me quite a lot here.
Yeah, of course. There's an army coming towards me and I have nothing to defend myself. And I'm cornered!
Yes, my mighty fleet of 20 fighter bombers. But he bunches up and that makes him lose half his army in a single pass.
Yep, somehow you're ahead of me in the game, but not by much, just by about several seconds. Let's speed up and so I can catch up.
Sorry
There's
about
a bunch
that.
up, as Lost was saying, and there's half the army dead. Take me speed down, that should be us caught up somewhat. Yeah. It happens. I don't know how he manages it, but Lobster always manages to teleport into the future. Even with default game speed, he does it. I don't know how.
I teleport around a lot in time in this game for some reason when I'm watching a replay.
And there's General giving up right there.
My gunships never even saw any action.
No, they did not, which is unfortunate. But my God, our strategy, more of it just fell into place. What we're doing, gunning for Dark. If he got any amount of cruisers up, it was a big problem for us. Even the handful he had were hurting us. Luckily, we actually prevented him from getting anywhere by completely ignoring General at the front, and going straight to the back base towards Dark.
We shouldn't say that we ignored him. We did cripple his mass quite badly, and he couldn't. If he had ever pushed out on you, my firebombers would just turned and murdered him.
Yeah, and it didn't help that I was at the beginning. I did have armies running around his base, distracting him for a good bit. That was kind of helpful as well.
Yes.
Overall, I'm quite happy how that game turned out. When it started, I really didn't believe we could do anything to win this game, but gunning for Dark seemed to be the right damn thing to do.
Yeah, the only other thing we could have done was, me going destroyers in the back, but subs would have killed me.
That was not a problem. But then again, if we went subs, it probably would have been easier.
Maybe.
Well, that's the end of the game. If you enjoy watching, you can check out my channel for more, and you can always subscribe.
So yeah.